Wellness Ridge. Before you put your money on a lot out here, I want to talk to you about a few things. First, I want you to understand what Wellness Ridge actually is today, who it genuinely fits, and also the quiet things that can make Wellness Ridge the best decision of your life or the one that you're going to regret at your first tax bill in November. I have no builder to protect here, so let's be honest about this one. All right. In case you don't know what Wellness Ridge sits, it's right outside Olympus. It's minutes away from National Training Center and also 20 to 25 minutes away from Disney, 35 minutes from downtown Orlando, and around 35 to 45 minutes to Universal Parks. And inside Wellness Ridge, you get a few different model homes. All right. So you get the townhouses, cottage, manor, estates, and eventide collections. Plus, you also get the sanctuary in case you are 55 plus. Now, before we dive in, I just wanted to let you know that if you walk into a Lennar sales office alone, they will never let you have a representation while buying a home. Okay. So if you're interested in buying at Wellness Ridge or any other Lennar communities, make sure you have representation so you have the best chance to get the best pricing ever, the best negotiations on the table, and also the best terms. All right. So for Wellness Ridge, let's talk about pricing first, because there is a $200,000 gap that nobody tells you. Okay. Quick flag for you because numbers here, they move fast. Okay. Whatever number that I'm giving you, I just wanted you to treat it as a starting point, not a final destination. Always do your due diligence. I don't know when you're going to be watching this, so make sure you check with Lennar what the prices are at the time you are considering their homes. All right, so now let's keep going. All right, so now I'm going to show you the $200,000 gap that you get between a townhouse and a classic collection. Okay, starting with the townhouses, let's just take a look at one here. You get an estimated payment of 2,474, and I'll get to that later in this video to make sure you get the right numbers. Let's check the pictures here. This looks like a nice kitchen, and this is probably a corner lot for a townhouse because there is a side window here. And that means that whenever you choose a corner lot, they have more light coming in. So that's actually something for you to think about. Dining room, beautiful as well. I like the colorway. A great room. TV. This is the master bedroom, and it looks like it's spacious for a townhouse. A good sized bathroom. A big closet. And the patio outside actually doesn't have coverage. Okay, so it's under the sun. So that's why this is the lowest price point for a Lennar in Wellness Ridge. All right. So you got the other rooms, the bedroom 3. Another bedroom. And the last bathroom. And again, this townhouse is around 1,800 square foot, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and 1 half bathroom. And the starting price point is $370,000 and 300. Now let's take a look at the cottage collection because they're about the same size as the townhouses, right? So let's get this one that is actually the cheapest one. The price just dropped by $30,000, and let's see how different it is. So it's same floor plan as the below, 3 bedroom, 2 bathrooms, and 1/2 bathroom. This one has a 2-car garage, and it sits at 1,700 square feet. So let's see why they're charging $50,000 to $60,000 more on a house like this, since it's very similar to the townhouse. Okay, and of course it's because it's a single family home. There's windows everywhere, probably way more lighting, but let's see if it justifies the price. All right, nice kitchen. You see the light beams coming here, so it probably is way brighter than the townhouse. TV room, of course, it is brighter. You got 2 windows on the side. This is the master bedroom. It looks like it is spacious as well. 3 windows, which is great in my opinion. A way bigger bathroom for the owner. This is the half bathroom. This is the bedroom number 3. They converted it into an office, but there's also a closet here, so it can definitely be a bedroom. The bathroom number 2. Bedroom number 2 that is going to share that bathroom right there. Now let's check the classic collection. And over here, you are going to see that $200,000 gap, give or take, because of the square footage and numbers of bedrooms and bathrooms. So let's take a look real quick and see what this model here is all about. So 609, there was also a price cut of $30,000. 5 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, 2-car garage, and over 3,000 square feet. So this house is huge. So unless you have a big family, this is not for you. I personally prefer a different layout than this. I'm not a very fan of a house that is 2-story and all the second floor is towards the back of the house. I like the layout where it flows nicely back, sides, and front of the house when it comes to the second story. So let's check the pictures here. Open concept floor plan, but I didn't like the size of this kitchen island. I think it's too small for a 3,000 square feet home. I don't know about you, but I prefer bigger islands in the kitchen. A nice dining area. It looks spacious, in my opinion. Look at the size of the windows here. That's awesome. I like that for the TV room in the living room. Look at that. It's amazing, right? I really like this part of the house over here. Yeah, look at the size of this bedroom. And one thing I gotta say about Lennar too, they are a streamlined builder. There's no way you can customize your house according to the way you want. So for example, all of this that you're seeing against the bed doesn't exist when you're going to buy yours, all right? It's a plain white or off-white wall, and also carpets. There's no way you can remove carpets from a Lennar house. And if a carpet is a deal breaker for you, you got to find your house somewhere else. Maybe Pulte or the other builders. They're also around Wellness Way. Okay, so take a look at the owner's suite. A good sized bathroom. I like it. A clean vanity. I like it too, but it's simple, right? There's no luxury vibe in the bathroom here. It is what it is, right? A good size closet, of course. And there's also in this one a next gen suite, which means if you have a mother-in-law or if you want to rent out this space to somebody to make sure you decrease the amount of money that you're paying for mortgage, this can be for you as well. All right. You just close that door, the door between the two houses, and you're good to go. But this is incredible if you need to live with someone with special needs or something. They just don't have a stove, I believe. It's just a microwave, a sink that you have to build on your own. And again, all the houses, they don't come with washer and dryer or blinds. So if you're seeing it here, it's just an upgrade they did for the staging. All right. Second floor here, right off the stairs, they have this ginormous loft space here that can be a gaming room maybe or another family TV room. You just got to be creative of what you want to do there. The other bedroom, the bathroom number 4 over here. And the last bedroom. And this is the main reason I am very excited about Wellness Ridge. All right. So it's not just marketing fluff, it is actually a 5-star amenity community. Okay. So over here, as you can see, they have tennis courts, they have a big pool, a nice gym that can also be a backup gym in case you're not feeling going to your own gym at the time. You just go to the community gym and you should be fine. You're going to see a lot of treadmills here. You can do leg workouts, bikes, and probably like every other type of workout, chest, back, so on and so forth. And right here, you get a lap pool, big clubhouse, pickleball courts, tennis courts, a multi-purpose field that you can use for anything you'd like, maybe like some sprints training or anything actually. You also get a basketball court. And the good thing is, if you step outside of your community, you have Lake Louisa for kayaking, for example. You have National Training Center if you are looking for a dedicated gym. And also Southern Hills Farms if you want to pick your own blueberries by yourself. And don't forget about Lennar, all right? Lennar is a national builder. They're huge, they're aggressive, and they're having price cuts, as you could see in the virtual tours. And also, they're heavily focusing on rate buy downs for you to make sure you get a better rate around 4 or 5% and closing cost assistance. So Lennar can be a great option if you're looking to lower your monthly payments and also if you want to live this active lifestyle in Clermont, which they call the choice of champions. However, every single great thing in life has catches, right? So right now I can name 3 or maybe 4 catches for you to watch out in this community because they changed the entire game when it comes to buying a house at this location in Clermont. Catch number 1. Let's start with the biggest. When you're buying out here in Wellness Ridge, remember, this is a master plan community. It's huge. There will be probably 6 to 8 phases of construction, and you're going to see dirt, right? We're in the beginning phase of this project. We're coming into phase 3 and 4. So everywhere you go, you're going to see chunks of the Olympus, chunks of what's going to be built in this area. A lot of the things that I showed you online are just renderings, okay? Not an actual clubhouse or an actual gym or not an actual pickleball court yet. However, this is going to be massive and it's going to be great when it's completed. So you just have to have that extra patience. Catch number 2, the real monthly number. Whatever number you saw when I was doing that virtual tour with you, they're just interest and principal payment. However, you have to add some other things to that payment to make sure you have the full payment picture and evaluate if that numbers fit your pocket. Okay, we're talking CDD, we're talking HOA, we're talking taxes, and we're also talking home insurance, right? So make sure that final number is the number you are looking at. Catch number 3, commute. Depending on where you have to be 5 times a week, Lake Nona, downtown Orlando, or close to Universal Studios, for example, remember that you are going to take 40 to an hour to get there. This is not the best location for you to be in case you have to drive far, okay? Because this sits right off US 27, a few minutes away from the 429 intersection with the Disney intersection. So be prepared to catch a lot of traffic in that specific area. All right. And catch number 4, which is, in my opinion, kind of quiet, is that this master plan community is a single builder community. So they're going to take years and years to complete it. And in case you need to sell it before they complete all the houses there, you're going to be competing against a national builder in case you need to sell. So keep that in mind as well. You also have to think that at Wellness Ridge, 2 families can get 2 super different deals because of that situation that I told you in the very beginning, that $200,000 gap. And you have to be conscious about the lifestyle that you have and the lifestyle that you want, because a $200,000 difference in a home purchase can be huge in your monthly payments. All right. So in case you have a small family, in case you have an active lifestyle, you're out of your house almost the entire day, you don't receive gas too much, why on earth do you need a classic estates model instead of a townhouse, right? Keep that in mind, because if that's not meant for you, why would you stretch to get something that big? So the real question should never be, is Wellness Ridge worth it? It should always be, what version of Wellness Ridge am I comfortable living my life? Do you want to actually take advantage of what Wellness Ridge and the surrounding areas have to offer you? Or you just want to stay at a place that has a big logo on it? Now, before I let you go, there's actually one thing that I need to remind you. Never, ever walk alone into a Lennar sales office without proper representation if you want to have the best pricing possible, the best terms, and the best conditions possible for your next house purchase. All right. And remember, the listing price that you see online is almost never the closing price. And if you have the right person in your corner, the right realtor negotiating for you, I am sure you're going to have the best deal for you to live in any of the Lennar communities out here in Central Florida. And I personally have tremendous and great relationships with a lot of sales representatives at Lennar. And if this is something that you want to explore, feel free to click on the link below. Let's schedule a 30-minute call for me to understand your lifestyle, understand your needs, and make sure that this community or any other Lennar communities is the best for you as your next chapter in life. All right. My name is Pedro with DXP Realty. Thank you so much for this, and I'll see you next time.